What is up, everybody? This is Josh from SoutheastPitReport.com, and you're watching another episode of Drive Jams, our weekly video series where we find something new that came out this week or last week, and we play it for you guys, and we tell you what we think. This week, I thought, what better band to have on Drive Jams than Of Mice and Men, considering the day before this was released, I got to see them live in concert with Slipknot and Marilyn Manson. So, here we go. We're going to play their new track this week that just came out, entitled Real. It's off their upcoming album. So here we go. I'm going to play it for you guys, and you're going to hear what I think. Here's Real by Of Mice and Men.
Things down, I fall to the floor. Can't say I've never been here before. So frustrating, debilitating. This emptiness, there must be more. It's taking over me, I don't know what to believe. Forgetting everything that makes me real. I'm trying to emulate in every word that you say. I won't let you replace what makes me real. Start over again. Even though you know that this will end. So frustrating, aggravating. I lost myself when I let you in. But I will find myself again. So don't you think you understand? It's taking over me, I don't know what to believe. Forgetting everything that makes me real. I find you emulate in every word that you say. I won't let you replace what makes me real. Start over again. Even though you know that everything ends. It's taking over me, I don't know what to believe. Forgetting everything that makes me real. I'm trying to emulate in every word that you say. I won't let you replace what makes me real. It makes me real.
And there you have it. That's Real by Of Mice and Men. That'll be released, their new album will be released later this year. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out here. I think that these guys are going to catch a lot of flack for this being a song that has no screaming in it. I like the song, I really do. It's not your typical Of Mice and Men, so I think that they're gonna catch a lot of flack for it. Unfortunately, the same way with like Bring Me the Horizon did with their new album that wasn't quite as heavy as previous albums were, and but that worked for Bring Me the Horizon. You know, it got them on mainstream radio, it got them on mainstream festivals here in the U.S. And I think that's going to do that for Of Mice and Men as well. The band's already released one song prior to this that was heavier. Now you've got this one that's not so heavy. It does sound a lot like a radio rock band. I don't think that this song's going to have any problems climbing the charts on top 40 radio as far as radio rock. I think you're going to see this song being played right next to bands like Five Finger Death Punch, Shinedown, you know, bands like that. And Of Mice and Men is already being able to cross over into that mainstream kind of area because, you know, right now they're currently on tour with Manson and Slipknot, you know, two bands that, you know, definitely get radio play a lot. And so they're fans who go out to see bands like Slipknot and Manson who are already listening to other bands like Shinedown and, you know, Five Finger Death Punch and things like that. They're getting to see the passion that these guys have and getting to see these guys live. So I guarantee you a lot of people who are going out to see, you know, the tour with Slipknot and Marilyn Manson aren't going just to see Of Mice and Men. You have some people who are going out to see Austin and the boys, but the vast majority are out to see Marilyn Manson and Slipknot. And I guarantee you a lot of people who are out at these shows may have never even heard of Mice and Men. They saw them on the tour and they're like, who are these guys? So they're already taking those steps to get that mainstream radio play, to get their foot into the mainstream bands like that for the tours and already. So I definitely don't see this song having a problem being on the radio. I do miss that it doesn't have the screams, but hey, it worked for Bring Me the Horizon. They're not quite as heavy as they used to be. It also worked for Avenged Sevenfold. They were probably one of the first bands to ever cross over from the scene that these guys are in to being in the mainstream spotlight. And they definitely are not as heavy as they were 10 years ago or 15 years ago when they were one of the pioneers of our scene. But they're still phenomenal. They're still busting out hits left and right, and they're also getting mainstream radio play. They're getting on these mainstream mega festivals for the U.S. and overseas, and so it works. I like the song. I think Austin's got a lot to say on this album. I've only heard the few tracks that's been released. I've not heard anything else off of it, but I think he's got a lot to say on this album. I'm interested to hear the rest of it. Even though this is not a heavier song like the previous one that was released, I think there's a lot on his mind. Some of you guys may have noticed also too, recently he recently got baptized. So not necessarily calling him out and saying, Mice and Men are a Christian band. Obviously there's neither Christian person in the band, but I hate that whole term of Christian band, because just because you're Christians in a band doesn't necessarily make you a Christian band. Like if you go look for a plumber in the phone book, do you look up a plumber or a Christian plumber, or do you just look up a plumber? It's great, if if the man's a Christian or the woman's a Christian, but that's just stupid to throw that label on there. So I'm interested to see what else is going to be on this album. I feel like from what I've heard so far, this is going to take this band to the next level. I think it's going to be a really good album. Not that their past albums weren't good or great. I just feel like Austin has a lot to say on this album, and that's gonna be what sets it apart from previous albums. So, but hey, this is Real by Mice and Men. Again, it's going to be off on a record that comes out later this year. So make sure you pick that up. Make sure you stream this. This song's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple Music, all that wonderful stuff. So make sure you stream it. Go ahead and download it from iTunes. And make sure you pick up this album when it comes out later this year. But hey, thanks for watching, guys. This is Drive Jams, brought to you by SoutheastPitReport.com. Make sure you check back every Wednesday for another episode of Drive Jams, where we take a song that was released this week or last week, and we listen to it. We tell you what we think about it, and give you our honest opinion. But again, this is Josh with SoutheastPitReport.com. Thanks for watching.
It's taking over me. I don't know what to